Hello everyone, Cap here, and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. I had another great match against another very high level player with over 30,000 combat power and, more importantly, over 2400 MMR, which is probably the more important number these days. And I'm checking here their profile and their previous match history, and I can see that they actually defeated EndoZoa, which is the current rank 1 in the world, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this was a very strong opponent, and the game was also very good. So let's get into it. I am picking Heavy Armor Specialist with Steel Balls and Crawlers. My opponent is Quick Supply Specialist with Fangs and Stormcallers. And since I'm seeing Stormcallers, again, I'm doing my typical thing where I put the Crawlers at the very far left and very far right. And since I don't really have good clear for the Fangs yet, I'm deciding to get some Arc Lights. Opponent decides to go for more Fangs. So already 5 packs of Fangs. So the Arc Light's definitely necessary here. Crawlers on the outside, distracting the Stormcaller volleys, at least 1 or 2. Arc Lights working on some Fang packs with the Steel Balls tanking in front. And actually my Steel Balls and the Crawlers in the middle are coming through and moving towards the towers. Since my opponent put their units mainly on the far left and far right, outside of the towers, so I just picked the towers and that got me the round. Deciding to skip and go for some Stormcallers myself. Since my opponent already has 5 packs of Fangs, and 4 of the 5 packs are actually positioned vertically, and Stormcallers really good against, especially against vertically positioned Fangs, since they are so slow. Basically one volley will take out pretty much an entire Fang pack like that. My opponent putting down some sentries though, and they went for the level 3 Fangs. The card was offered just now and they picked it. And yeah, their sentries, boom boom, taking out all my Stormcallers. Didn't kill my balls though, because I'm Heavy Armor Specialist and the Steel Balls don't die to the sentry. But yeah, without my Stormcallers and my Steel Balls already so low, this is a tough round for me. Oh, actually I have 1 Stormcaller left on the left. Can take out a couple of Fangs, I guess. 1 more good volley. Juicy. You love to see it, especially with level 3 Fangs. That's actually a lot of XP. But yeah, this round with the sentries, no way I was going to win this one. Portable shield could be nice, since I have Steel Balls that I can level, and level 2 Steel Balls with portable shield, pretty good. However, I'm deciding to go for the shield drop, since my opponent just played 2 sentries, and I'm expecting them to probably keep doing that, or at least do it sometimes or something, and so I need to kind of put shields up. And the shield drop is a good value for that. And I'm picking up some mobile beacon crawlers in the middle there to distract at least one of the Stormcaller packs. And also on the left now, if they play a sentry missile there again, it will go onto my crawlers and not onto my Stormcaller. So the crawlers in the front there actually have 2 purposes now. picking up some more Stormcallers. Deciding to put them on the right, since I just have the shield drop there and they are safe and can do some more work. And yeah, there's another sentry actually, but my shield drop coming in and it's getting blocked. Mobile beacon crawlers distracting a little. And my opponent went for phoenixes. I do not have anti-air just yet, so this round is lost by default basically. But if it wasn't for the phoenixes, this round is actually looking pretty good. Since my Stormcallers didn't get taken out by sentries this time. Actually taking a tower, and I pretty much killed everything else. Just a couple of Stormcallers left on the left there. But they will also go down, and yeah, now it's just the phoenixes. And it's automatically sped up since the recent patch. And very annoying, the phoenixes on the right actually shoot the shield to get to the tower there. It was a bit awkward. Unfortunately lost that shield there. This was before the most recent patch, by the way, this match. So the subsidized steel bolts was still free, the card there. Now it costs 50 bucks, but I didn't pick it anyways. And I'm putting down a shield again, doing the mobile beacon crawlers. And upgrading some units. And I'm picking up some phoenixes myself, so that I have an answer to my opponent's phoenixes. So if it goes like last round and I win the ground fight, then my phoenixes should take care of my opponent's phoenixes. At least that is the plan. And I'm picking up an additional pack of crawlers. Just some additional chaff coming in late. My opponent also went for mobile beacon crawlers to distract all my Stormcallers. And everything gets pulled towards the middle. Stormcallers doing some work on both sides. My Stormcallers on the right actually hitting a lot of fangs there. And yeah, I won on the right, so my phoenixes took over and also took out the opponent's phoenixes. And in the middle, my steel bolts actually still holding up. They're quite tanky. They're not really there for damage because my opponent doesn't really have any good targets for steel bolts, but they can take quite a few shots and they are quick, so they are actually not bad against Stormcallers. And yeah, with the distraction, now my Phoenix coming in, taking out the remaining Phoenixes, and this is the round again. So basically I won the ground fight again, and my Phoenixes, as I wanted to, then could take care of my opponent's Phoenixes. Skipping here, nothing good for me. Top supply, I think it's too risky. I rarely pick it. I don't think this could have been a game for top supply, but I always feel like I'm losing tempo so much that I might lose the game just because of that. And that's why I don't pick it. It just feels bad. I don't know. If I'm ahead, I don't like to give that up and fall behind because I'm picking up some card that benefits me in like 2 or 3 rounds. Getting an additional pack of Stormcallers on the left for the Fangs there, and hopefully they don't get distracted for too long by the Crawlers in the front. And I also got the range upgrade on the Phoenixes, so my Phoenixes will win against my opponent's Phoenixes, even if they if the ground fight is more even, hopefully my Phoenixes, when they go one-on-one with the opponent's Phoenixes, they will win because of range. And also just getting an additional pack as well. And here we go. My opponent went for a Vulcan with a shield in the middle. I have some leveled steel balls and a couple of leveled, or not leveled, but a couple of stormcallers as well. So I do have some damage for those. However, not really getting to the Vulcan there. Everything got kind of stuck on chaff in the middle. I still have a ton of stormcallers and my Phoenixes left though. Opponent's board, pretty much everything else died. So now it's just my Phoenixes can just take care of the rest. Not a lot left. A couple of fangs in the middle, but yeah. So I guess my opponent had enough of my mobile beacon crawlers in the middle. And the other crawlers coming in the middle late. So it's basically, it seems like my opponent is kind of going for Vulcan Phoenix now. Already had Phoenixes, now a Vulcan, and Vulcan Phoenix, just a strong combo. And I picked up the tank production line, I think it's called, the item, and I put it on an Overlord. That item is really strong. I only made good experiences with that item. Because the production is quite quick, and tanks obviously can take a couple of shots. They don't instantly die, and they are continuous chaff throughout the round, kind of distracting opponents' shots. They're really good. And yeah, since my opponent already went Vulcan and has a lot of Stormcallers and everything, I thought just getting 2 Overlords, going towards air a little bit might not hurt. And my opponent went for the incendiary bomb upgrade on the Vulcan. So there's fire on the ground now. Really wants to take care of my crawlers. Really doesn't like my crawlers, I guess. And it seems to be working this round. My opponent's unit's not distracted for that long. And then the Phoenixes and their Stormcallers can take care of my actual good units. That the crawlers are out of the way. Can I take the tower? Nope. Somewhat close round, but yeah. Now my opponent has the upper hand again. They also got the range on the Phoenixes, by the way. So yeah, range Phoenixes and Vulcan classic. Picking up an amplifying core, and I'm going for a Melty Boy. Mating point in the middle, opposite of the Vulcan. And I'm moving my crawlers in a way that I want to kind of pull them, or pull the Vulcan towards the Melty Boy. Picking up the incendiary bomb upgrade on my Stormcallers, because my opponent obviously has a lot of fangs. And they don't die quickly enough. Now that my opponent is taking care of my chaff, my crawlers so quickly, I need to also take care of their chaff quickly. And I'm also getting the range upgrade and one additional arc light in the middle behind the Melty Boy. So that arc light in particular is supposed to just clear everything that's in front of the Vulcan that might be chaff, so that my melting point can then lock onto the Vulcan in the middle. But there's nothing in front, so the arc light didn't really matter. But yeah, Melty Boy doing their job, taking out the Vulcan. And fire also doing their job. Doing its job? Yes, its job. And taking out all the fangs. However, a lot of phoenixes still left, and they deal quite a bit of damage. Some are leveled. Getting through on the right. But yeah, now it's basically just the phoenixes left, since the ground is on fire. So I took care of the fangs and I took care of the Vulcan. In the middle at least. There's another one on the right now. Picking up the orbital javelin to take care of the Vulcan on the right. Since my Melty boy is in the middle. That Vulcan in the middle is already getting taken care of. And I'm putting a pack of fangs in front of my melting point, just in case my opponent decides to also go for a melting point. And in general, I never like to have a giant exposed like that. Frontline giants are basically too risky at all times. Just a pack of fangs in front already helps. And I'm getting more phoenixes, because I need more answers to my opponent's phoenixes. And to get the upper hand, I'm deciding to get the shield upgrade. So if my opponent does not have the shield upgrade on the phoenixes, my phoenixes will win the 1v1, if it comes to that. And it might come to that, since, again, I'm taking care of the fangs with fire, I'm taking care of the Vulcans with the melting point and the orbital javelin, and then it comes down to the phoenixes, basically. Here we go. Melting point in the middle. On the left, there was another Vulcan, but got taken care of so quickly by the Stormcallers and phoenixes. Melting point in the middle fell too. On the right, orbital javelin also did the job. And now phoenixes are doing work. Melting point in the middle, tanking a bit. Phoenixes taken out by my phoenixes. So yeah, this worked like I wanted it to. Fangs taken care of, Vulcans taken care of, and then it comes down to the phoenixes, and my phoenixes are better than his. And 80 HP left. Not over yet. Deciding to pick up a smoke bomb. And I'm upgrading my melting point. It's now level 3. And it has the range upgrade and it has the suction upgrade. So it heals itself when it deals damage. And also HP is increased by 40 or 60%, I'm not sure. So the one in the middle is really big right now. And I'm getting 2 additional Melty Boys for the other Vulcans left and right. And not just for the Vulcans though. They can also take care of phoenixes. Especially with the range upgrade. And yeah, since this is probably the last round, I took a credit and I picked up the range upgrade from the tower too. Because range is really important now, in this match in particular. Because the melting points really benefit from range as well as the phoenixes. Stormcallers also doesn't hurt. Opponent also picked the smoke bomb, put it in the middle there onto my level 3 melting point. Melting point not attacking anymore in the middle because of the smoke bomb. Vulcan on the right goes down pretty quickly. Too much damage from the Stormcallers and Phoenixes. On the left now also Vulcan pretty much instantly popped. Fire on the ground, taking care of the fangs. And in the middle, the melting point is just taking all the shots from the Fangs and Phoenixes and the Vulcan. And it's still standing there like an absolute unit. And it's not dying. It heals itself a little bit from the Vulcan too. And it's actually stuck on chaff on the Fangs, but it's so big because of the amplifying core and level 3 and the 40 or 60% additional HP from the suction upgrade. And yeah, that's GG. My opponent did not have an answer to my melting point in the middle. That was probably the biggest problem. So yeah, GG's. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you in the next video. And like and subscribe if you want to. Thank you. Bye.